start? Okay. Well, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Welcome to Marken. Welcome to our beautiful wooden shoe factory. My name is Alice, and today I'm going to show you how we make wooden shoes here in Holland and why we have been wearing these awkward shoes for centuries and still wear them nowadays outside, on the fields, in the garden, around the house, just for short distances. But we're also very fashionable because we here in Holland and in Marken also wear Adidas, Nike, Reebok and whatever, all stars. So we're very fashionable. We only want to keep the tradition alive. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them to me. And if you like to try on a pair of these wooden shoes, that's also possible. After the demonstration, you have the opportunity to try on a pair. We have them over there on the ground in all sizes, and maybe for the first time in your life, you're going to experience walking on wooden shoes, just like me. Well, let's start. Making a wooden shoe all starts with this piece of wood. The kind of wood we use is poplar wood, alamo. We use this wood wet and we use it fresh, because when it's wet, it's soft, it's easy to cut, and when it's dry, it's light, easy to wear, and most important, it is water resistant. So that's also one of the main reasons why centuries ago people started making a wooden shoe out of this piece of wood. The other reason was poverty. In those days they did not have a lot of money and they had very big families. 10 to 15 children was not an exception, so all these children had to wear shoes, and this was a free product from nature, so it was very clever. But well, in those days there was no electricity, so they had to make the wooden shoes completely by hand. It was quite a hell of a job. They used this axe for the outside of the shoe, and for the inside of the shoe they used this tool to hollow out the shoe. Well, I can assure you that took a very, very long time. They only made one, maybe two pair of shoes a day. So luckily, about 80 years ago, 80, a very long time ago, we were all not born then, they invented two machines to help them a little bit, because then there was electricity. So, the first machine they invented was this machine. This machine makes the outside of the shoe. We have another machine over there in the corner that makes the inside of the shoe, but we start with this one. What I'm going to tell you sounds very complicated, but it's very easy actually. This machine has a maul. A maul is an example of the shoe we're going to make. It has a guide, and over here a wheel, very sharp knives. What the guide feels in the maul, the knives cut out in the wood. Very simple. This machine works like a copying machine, you see. Today we're going to make a right-hand shoe, but it's very awkward because I placed my piece of wood on the left side of the machine. That is because this machine works like a copying machine, like making a key. In a minute you will see that the wood and the maul will turn in the same direction. If I place it on the other side, then the wood and the maul turn in the opposite direction, and then it makes a left-hand shoe. It's a very clever machine. I told you it sounds complicated, it's very easy. I'm going to turn on the machine and you will see how this works. But I have to warn you, it makes a lot of noise and the chips fly all over the place, so watch your eyes. my piece of wood, these chips, we don't throw it away. Here in Marken we recycle it. We use it to smoke fish. You know smoked eel? Did you already taste it? It's very delicious, but it is also very expensive. So we here in Marken smoke it ourselves. We smoke it in a large stone, we place it on the ground, light it with fire, and then it gives a very nice flavor to the fish. I have to assure you that it used to be a secret, but I tell everybody every day. So no secret anymore.
Se supone que es un secreto, pero para todo el mundo todos los días.
So now the outside of my shoe is ready. See? Almost looks like a real wooden shoe. Except it's very hard to wear the shoe because there's no place to put in your feet. So luckily they were so clever in those days. They invented this machine to hollow out the shoe. Works exactly like the first machine. It knows when to hollow out a right or left hand shoe. I place the right hand shoe on the left side of the machine. I'll show it to you. Once again, watch your eyes. You see? It almost looks like a real wooden shoe. But it was very easy for me, of course, because the machines did all the work for me. The last thing I have to do is cut off the ends of the shoe with this sharp knife. I'm going to do it in a minute because I'm always a little nervous for doing that. So, before I show that to you, I want to show you these pair of beautiful wooden shoes. See? These shoes are carved out by hand by someone here in Marken. He is a real artist. Take a picture. And these shoes are called wedding shoes. And there is a very nice story to the shoes. You want me to share it with you? Want to hear the story?
Yes.
Well, a long time when Marken was still an island, you came here by bus, but then we didn't have any dikes, no cars, no nothing. So all the men here in Marken were fishermen. And they had to go to sea for quite a long time, a year maybe. And if they were in love with a girl before they left, they took a pair of shoes, carved it out while they were at sea. In one shoe they carved out their own name, and in the other one, the name of the girl they wanted to marry. Isn't that romantic? So after a long time, when they came back to Marken, they placed the shoes at night in front of the door of the girl they wanted to marry. And if the next morning the shoes were gone, then the proposal was accepted and there was a party, everybody happy. We had a wedding. Sometimes, though, it happened that the shoes were still there in front of the door. No party, no nothing. This happened to my father long time ago, because I was born and raised here in Marken 3 times. My mother did not take in the shoes for 3 times. She just left them there. So after 3 rejections, my father decided to quit fishing. He decided to leave Marken. He went to Australia to find a job and maybe another lovely lady. Well, when I was born, I grew up, I heard that he found a lot of nice ladies in Australia. But no one as lovely as my mother. So after 3 years, he came back to Holland. He wanted to try it one more time. So before he went to Marken, he went to Amsterdam. Listen very carefully, young man in the audience, because he bought my mother a very expensive diamond ring. So she accepted immediately. So I can assure you this does not work anymore in this century. We want a ring. So enough talking, I'm going to finish my shoe now. This shoe for making. This knife I'm using. Gonna cut off the ends, and you know what they say about women with knives, sir. Very dangerous. Not me though. Good enough. Well, now my shoe is ready. Did you like it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, thank you. That's my moment of fame. So the last thing we have to do is hang the shoe to dry for 2 weeks. I will pass around the shoe and you will feel that it's completely wet now. So you can just pass it around, and therefore it has to dry for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks it's completely dry, we smooth it with sandpaper, paint it in any color we like, and then you have a beautiful wooden shoe. If you like to try on the pair, as I told you, that is possible. Look at my beautiful shoe. But always make sure that you have 1 finger space behind your heel. You need to wear wooden shoes 1/2 size bigger than your regular size, because I can assure you that wood does not stretch. And we here in Marken, we wear the shoes with these sexy woolen socks. These are warm in winter, cool in summer. It's the best way to wear woolen shoes with these socks. It's not a joke, it's the truth. You can also try it barefooted. I do that in summer, but for starters, would not advise it. So is there anything else I can tell you? Oh, I can show you these. Yeah, that's true. We also have these. You think, well, the hell with those woolen shoes, I don't like them. These are very comfortable. And there's also another advantage. If you have an argument with your wife, man, and she wants to kick you on the head with her shoe, this might kill you. This is a better possibility. Just a joke, of course. Well, this is all I can tell you about wooden shoes. Well, I can tell you more, but there's nothing else. I have no more time. So I thank you for your attention, and I wish you a very enjoyable day here in Marken, Holland, wherever you go. Thank you.
Thank you.